let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's talk about.
My team, die hard. I bleed silver and blue. I love this team.
Do you?
I do. I love this team
Your owner
like
makes it very hard.
like a parent watching their child fail. Um, I I have a lot I want to say, obviously.
Of
So
course.
I will go ahead and not say all that yet. I will let
Yeah.
you go, and I will play off of you.
Okay. 2024, not great. Um, injuries. To Micah, a lot of people on that defense. Dak got injured late in that season, but they still were able to come out 7-10. So I don't know why all this doom and gloom is hovering over the Cowboys like that. I think it's insane. Now, kind of got a tough schedule. They're opening up on the road versus Philly, and their owner is playing a game of chicken with their best player on that team, bar none, not even an argument. I don't know what's going on, but I think it'll get handled. But at this point, you have maybe not have bad blood, but I mean it might sting a little bit. But once you get that money, it could probably eat that up a little bit. But now we're less than how many days till next Thursday, and we're not having if they do get it done, Micah Parsons not going to be on the field all the time. It's insane. So Jerry's is his own thing. I don't know what's going on here. I'm rooting on Brian Schottenheimer. Obviously, he's gonna be calling the plays too. That's gonna be crazy. But I do think they're gonna establish the run a lot more, which I think will help Dak. Now, it's not a spectacular running back room, but I think it's gonna be a running back by committee. So in taking the ball out of Dak's hands, Dak is good. He's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Um, but I think they're gonna at least try to establish that run a little bit more. I like Matt Eberflus coming in to help that defense, but if he doesn't get Micah, I'm sorry, but Jake, I think even you would agree this defensive unit is bottom of the league. I don't know if it's the worst, but it's bottom of the league.
The data
If
says it is bottom of the league, or at least one of the two or three bottom of the league teams in terms
so,
of
he
defense.
needs y'all need your best player, Micah Parsons, back. But I'm expecting a bounce back year from Dak, um, and CD Lamb. George for George Pickens is kind of the wild card here. I don't know how he's gonna do. I think Ferguson's fine. I feel like y'all do fine with your white tight ends. They're not spectacular. They're not gonna be top 10 tight end, but they'll do fine. I think your offensive line. I think y'all have done great drafting, and they'll be good. So I'm not worried about the offensive line. I think it'll just be, can you stay healthy? Dak can stay healthy, and then can you get a running game? I still think it's going to be really hard for y'all to stop the run. Y'all biggest Achilles heel that y'all have for some reason just cannot figure out how to do. But that, with all that being said, I still think this team is going to be solid, and I think still is going to have a really good chance of uh, making the playoffs. So, Jake,
See,
go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I'm
I did
pretty.
say a lot there.
No, you're good. You're good, and a lot of it I did agree with. But I will say I'm very split on this team. I mean, because I hear what you're saying. Like, it's something I felt a lot. Like, you have so many people being like, this team's going to win 7 games this year. And it's like, guys, we won 7 games last year with a first place schedule and injuries to our whole team, including our quarterback. Like, you think we're going to win the same amount of games this year? Like, that doesn't really compute for me. But at the and I mean, really, what doomed us last year was we went on a 5-game losing streak in the middle of the season. We were
Yeah.
3-2 at one point, and we ended the season 4-3 in our last 7 games. We won 4 out of 5 games at one point. So it was really just that 5-game stretch where we lost Dak, we were missing D-Law, we still were missing Deron Bland, Micah was out of the lineup for a month, and it was just. I think it just took us a while to kind of find our footing, and we imploded. And then by the time we kind of found it, it was too late. But Mike McCarthy is gone. Shoddy is in. I'm a little nervous about Shoddy. I feel like a bride about to get married, where like all summer I'm like, guys, y'all have too little faith in Shoddy. Shoddy's gonna be fine. But then as we're getting closer and closer, all my friends keep telling me, he's not right for you. You need to move on. You can do better. He's not right. You're just settling. And I feel like a bride on her wedding day getting closer and closer, and I'm starting to get cold feet about Brian Schottenheimer. I'm like, oh, what if they're all right? What if Brian Schottenheimer is actually not like a good head coach?
I mean, the league didn't set him up with the best start with the opening game against Philly week 1, but week 2, I think with the Giants, a little bit more his speed. We'll see how he handles that.
And I also like, again, as you said, Matt Eberflus. I do like him as our DC. I mean, this is like we're not contenders. Like which blows, because I at least like when we can pretend that we're contenders.
Yeah.
You know.
I forgot a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this roster has, I mean, has this been like I guess not the, would you say this is kind of like, since they've been like that, I guess they've always been relevant, but when they were like, winning the 12 games back to back to back or whatever, do you feel like this is like the worst roster that y'all have sent out there this year? Like in a minute, like maybe like 5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, games. It is a weaker roster, but I think it's very undervalued in a lot of areas. I mean, I look at our defense and I'm like, it's not very deep. But we got dudes. Like, we got some good dudes. And
but you don't have the dude.
Well, if we get Micah, then, yeah, I mean, Micah, I think if we have Micah and we have some injury luck, this is easily, to me, going to be a top 12 defense. Now, the injury luck is one thing, because the Cowboys specialize in losing 2 players and their entire team falls apart. So, you never know if that's going to happen. But I do like our defense on paper. I think it's solid, and I do think, I mean, we don't stop the run because we like to have like 8 under Dan Quinn. We would do this thing where we would have like 8 safeties on the roster, and we would pretend some of them were linebackers, and we would get a lead on you, and we would just send our awesome pass rush after your ass, and have our safety linebackers just flying all over the field, and it's like you can't throw the ball and you're getting hit. And then, of course, when we're down and it's like, okay, now you can just run on us, we don't got the size to stop you. So, I mean, that's just been our philosophy. Like, it's not being able to stop the run is a feature, not a bug. It's how we have designed our defense. I'm not saying it's necessarily the right way to design a defense, but it's not. We are intentionally trying to build a defense essentially that cannot stop the run. like we are. We're trying to have a defense that can play off of our offense, get a lead on you, and then come and get your ass. So let's talk about that offense. I'm cautiously optimistic. The question that we have, the biggest question that's going to haunt this team is if we can run the ball.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. That's it. And Javonte Williams, I'm going to tell you
right
now.
Defense, but if Micah doesn't get back, though, yeah, sure.
Javonte Williams ain't it.
I mean, that's why I said I think it's going to be a running back by committee. He drafted 2 of them, and one in the 5th round, Jaden Blue, and then one in the 7th round. I don't think it's going to be – I don't think Jalen Williams is going to be he'll be the starter probably, but I think it's going to be different packages for all these guys.
I don't think he will be the starter for long. I mean, he was bad in Denver last year. I mean, Denver had literally the best run blocking offensive line in the league, and he was among the worst in basically every advanced metric among running backs. I mean, so I do not think he is long for the starting job. Jaden Blue is causing some concerns in practice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, his practice habits are good, and he had a fumbling problem when he was at Texas. So I'm a little nervous about that. And then if our best back is Miles Sanders, it's like guys. I don't know. I'm hoping we have our new offensive line coach. He came from the Cardinals. I'm hoping he can create us some creative run plays because we're very our running concepts for the past. Mike McCarthy is not a running guru. He never was, even in Green Bay. He's very much I'm kind of just running the ball because I have to. They tell me I need to run the ball, so I'll run the ball, I guess. So we'll just do inside zone every time I have to run the ball, and it's this isn't working. And he's like, yeah, it sounds like we should pass it. It's well, I mean, so I'm a little annoyed that they didn't do more to address their running back room. And I know, we drafted 2 runners. I don't care, bro. Come on, dude. They went and got, again, it's old news now, but Derrick Henry for $8 million is in Baltimore. And he wanted to come to Dallas. And Dallas is like, we can't afford to pay him.
Can't afford. You can't be paying top money for a running back. What even top money?
It was $8 million. They didn't even say Saquon got 13.
Yeah, that's top money.
We're 5 years removed from the contract we gave Zeke, and they still weren't making as much annually as Zeke was after that contract he signed. It's ridiculous. So we're going into year 4 without having addressed our running back room. I mean, even when Tony Pollard and Zeke were here, they were not amazing. They were not that good. And now Jaden Blue seems like he could be good, I think. I mean, again, some concerns, but I don't know. I'm worried this is going to look a lot like 2019 and 2020 where we can't run the ball.
So it's going to be Dak passing.
And it's just Dak passing it all the time, and we're falling behind in games, and then we're down
Dak
27-7.
Dak loves it when y'all get down late in them games.
And we're throwing 2 fourth quarter touchdowns and making it 21-27, and it's
they only lost by 3.
We recover this onside kick, we have a chance, and then we don't. And then it's so I'm a little worried that might be how this looks. And I mean, look, I hope Brian Schottenheimer does well, but who the fuck knows how he's going to look? No idea how he's going to look. So
Jerry gave him a chance. Do you think, now we always hear about Jerry, talking about, how he pay any amount of money to, win a Super Bowl. And I think the quote is if you told Jerry he could win the next 3 Super Bowls, but he could never do an interview, you think he'd do it? And I'll just say this: do you think he could do it for 1 year? If he could not do interviews for a year, do you think he would do it for a Super Bowl win? I think he would, but he'd be foaming at the mouth, throughout the season. I gotta say,
I think of Jerry as I think he would on paper say yes. I think as people, we have a version of ourselves that we try to strive to be, or we want to be, or maybe we even think of ourselves as that, right? And every day we're trying to be a little closer to that version. But we get in our own way. We self-sabotage sometimes. And we, fall back into our bad habits, right? I know I want to read a lot more, and I struggle to read consistently, as consistently as I want to, right? It's what it is. I feel like when Jerry says, I want to win a Super Bowl, and I will do anything I have to do to win a Super Bowl, I think he genuinely means that.
Yeah, I don't think that
is, but I think that is his idealized version of himself. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Jerry is a showman. Jerry likes the attention. He likes to talk. He likes the glamour of being the Dallas Cowboys. And no matter how badly he might want that version of himself to be the version that we see, he's an 80-year-old man. He's in his own ways. He's in his habits. And he's got a lot of bad habits that undermine that goal that he has. And he can't get out of his own way. I think that is what's going on with Jerry. So I think, he would say, let's do it. But I don't think he could do it. I just don't. I think he is he's too far gone in his own bad habits to like get out of his own way. So, yeah.
That was well said, Jake. That was well said.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's the Cowboys. Part of me kind of hopes we bottom out. That'd be cool. It'd be kind of funny. I feel like we're like where the Steelers are like 2 years from now, where it's like we're trying to patchwork a team that is just clearly going in the wrong direction.
And you're just refusing to accept the reality.
Yeah, and at some point, like the bottom is going to come. We're not going to be good, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my pessimism will be proven wrong. Maybe we'll go win 11 games this year. Brian Schottenheimer's a great coach, and it turns out, actually, we got some young dudes that can step in here. We got some depth. We got guys. Our defense is good. Mike is still an elite level player. Dak had a good season, and maybe one of our running backs pop. Like maybe that's the reality we get, and it wouldn't be the first time that has happened with this team, because we go into seasons where we're just like down on this team, and then we look up and it's like, how did they win 11, 12 games? How did that happen? So I do think if things are not going well, maybe we make a trade. I don't know. Maybe we trade for a running back or something. If that is just what is stopping our offense, I don't know.